So by the time I was, say, 3, 4 years old, I would come bouncing in and report to my parents about these wonderful conversations that I had with my grandfather, who was my mother's father, and he was named Judge. Judge was a surgeon from Kentucky, and a very well-revered surgeon in his field, and he would have these amazing conversations with me about healing, about being a steward of humanity, very meaty conversations to be having with a very small child. My role here, how I was to serve, what I was to use my gifts for, that he had the same gifts, and that we were here to help. We were here to move mankind forward. And so I would talk to my parents about these conversations, and I'd get these really funny looks. And it was at this stage that my parents sat me down and said, you know, are you able to understand the difference between what it means to be alive or dead? And I said, I don't know what you mean. And my grandfather, Judge, had been dead since I was 1. And so these conversations that I was having with him, to me, seemed like I was having the same conversation with you. To me, he looked real, he was tangible, he was there, he was a presence. I could communicate freely back and forth. But then my parents realized that I'm speaking to someone who wasn't in a body. So my childhood was quite interesting that way. You know, I was having prophetic dreams. I was having, I would always know when somebody was going to die, and I would tell my parents, which was actually very helpful with my father, since he was writing the town's eulogies and as the local minister. And you know, as I got older, my parents didn't want me to be exploited in any way. So I was always told, we don't talk about this outside of us. We didn't even discuss it with my siblings.